I don't know if it's working. So just please let me know if it's working. I don't know if it's working or not. So please just let me know, thank you. I'm trying to get stuff set up still. Can someone let me know in chat if it's working? I know what I'm doing. I totally know what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've done VRChat. Okay, it says it's live. So that's good. It's a matter on if the quality is good enough or not. Come on. There we go. Come on, keyboard. Keyboard! My hands are just ready! I can hear my PC fan going ham right now. Oh. Why is everything kind of warping? I do not like this. Burr, 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 burr. I can't see anything. Burr, 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 burr. Chachomate kudasai. Why is shit not working? Switch back to VR. Is it gonna work now? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Is everything okay, or is shit being stupid? Okay, let's okay, how do I do this? I might have to swap from VRChat. I don't necessarily want to, but I might have to. Yeah, this stuff's freezing for me, unfortunately. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I need to get my story straight. Stuff is really freezing for me. This will fit for your chat as well. Yep. Okay, I think as much as I wanted to do VRChat, it's just not gonna be working. So let's. Okay, can y'all hear me from here? Like, for whatever reason, it was just not happy with me. So let me put it in just chatting. Ghost Knight, your name sounds familiar. Actually, no, let's just put it on BRB. Dio Bear, hello! Okay, so let's just put this to just chatting. Just chatting, because VRChat's not wanting to work. Is reading a story. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, fam. I don't know why it's not working. Like, it works fine if I'm not streaming, right? But, like, the moment I'm streaming, it's just like, aha, nope. So, I'm sorry about that. I guess VRChat streams won't happen until I get a more powerful computer. So, I need to make this just chatting. VR moment. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, darn, right? Like, it was working fine for me when I was, like, testing it out earlier and stuff like that, but the moment I hit start, it was, like, not wanting to process, unfortunately. So, it's gonna be just chatting while I read a story for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm a disappointment. I'm a disappointment to this family. Let me get everything set up. I'm the worst. Like German sausage. Oof, indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna actually grab my sweater because I'm a bit chilly. Does everyone have some hot cocoa and stuff like that? Does everyone have hot cocos? Hot cocos and teas? Hot cocos and teas while I get ready to ASMR for y'all. And by ASMR, I mean just read for y'all. How's everyone's Monday so far? How's everyone's Monday? Okay, let's hop over to just chatting. Just chatting. There we go. There we go. Hello, hello. Why isn't my VTuber showing up? Hello? There we go. Weird. Okay. Why is everything scuffed today? Everything's so scuffed today. Okay. I'm gonna quickly tweet out that it's scuff, so not gonna work. Quote. There we go. Okay, I'm sorry about that. How's everyone doing today? Let's go. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and read a normal story for y'all. Because I don't know why it's being stupid. So, anyways, we're gonna be chill and read a story like normal. Because we can. So, yep. I don't know why it's being dumb. I'm sorry, fam. I'll, might try and do a, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a chill stream where I just kind of like sit and fiddle around and like not stress about it. But yeah, so yeah, today we're gonna just be reading some stories. Kitty, I love you. Can you not? Scuff ahoy! Let's do this, Scuff. Can I have my thing over here? Okay. I'm just shoveling everything over. I'm sorry. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. Okay, there we go. There we go. 14 stream? No, I already did 14. I might do 14 on Wednesday. I'm still gonna read to you guys. Let me adjust microphone. Let me see if this... Okay, is this a little better? Like, I don't know if it actually, like... I don't know, is working. Lethal Company stream? Fuck no. I'm not doing Lethal Company. Fuck that shit. Not right now. Sounds like, okay. Like, does it actually sound like decent or is it just like shit? I've never done ASMR before, can you tell? Decent. Okay, that's good. Like, as long as it's decent, because I know, like, some people, they really like to, what's the word I'm looking for? Do, like, proper, like, $300 microphones, but I can't do proper $300 microphones, so I'm just doing this just to read to y'all. Because I'm a basic bitch, and I'm someone that fucking loves stories being read to me. Hi, Freya. If you hear purring, that's my cat, Freya. I don't know, I've always been someone that really likes being read to, so I don't know, I figured I'd try this out. And, if y'all like it, then I'll maybe try it again. I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, tonight's story is probably one of my favorites. Shut the fuck up, Kyo. Kyo, I'm gonna murder you. I swear to God, I'm gonna murder you. I hope it's not too loud. Is it too loud? Like, legit. Like, no cap. No cap, is it too loud? Like, no, I laugh and shit like that. Oh my God, Freya, I love you, but can you stop popping up? No, it's fine, okay. There we go, Cap. Okay, this is one of my favorite personal stories, so I hope y'all enjoy it. I'll read as much as I can. So, just a little lower, okay. There we go, is that a bit better or worse? They're same? You can also adjust your own volume. Also turn down the music a little bit. Oh my God, Cat, I love you, but seriously, I'm gonna murder you in Minecraft. Okay, if everything's good, I'm gonna get started. This is my personal
Can you start over? Okay, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven White. I told you it was my favorite story. Okay, let's see, can I do this? Okay, hopefully. Okay, I'll just have to pop up stuff every once in a while. Oh my god, did I fuck up? Give me a second. Okay. My cat is loving me a bit too much. My cat's loving me. Okay, sure, let's do this. Cat, I love you, but please. Okay. Chapter 2. The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I'm reading my favorite story, Garnet, please enjoy. I got out of my coffin and I took off my giant MCR shirt which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings with my pierced ears, and I put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up then and she grinned at me. She flipped her long, waist-length, raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so, I said blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. Mom, why is the lady with the hat whispering spot at me? Mom, come pick me up, YouTubers reading cringe. It's either this or Sonic High School. I'm doing this today. Next time will be Sonic High School, okay? Okay. Chapter 3. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace flat boots with high heels. Underneath there were red fishnets. It's called Skirt House. Jesus fuck. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace boots with high heels. Underneath them were ribbed red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all the corset stuff in the back and front. I put on matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666, and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Kid Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You're coming cold, you're covered in blood, you're all so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord hangs you to your mom. She sets you free into this life, sang Joel. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he snug, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked so sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Sorry, I see you in the corner.
really want to run.
Give me a second. Hold on. Oh my fucking... How long do you want the ad to be? How long do you want the ad? 2 hours. 180 seconds. Okay, I can do like 3 minutes. There you go. There you go. You got 3 minutes. There you go. You got 3 minutes. Okay. If you guys really want, I could switch to something else. Bobby, okay, can I work on some potions or something? No, go whisper button to strangers on the right. It's not even like good smut, it's bad smut. Like, okay, so like this fanfic is like pretty infamous in like the fanfic circle. It just is what it is. We're not strangers now, we're victims in smut. In victims in smut we trust. Oh my god. But like this fanfic is notorious for being like super shitty. So it's like one of my favorite like shitty fanfics, right? Like in all honesty, like I can switch to something else if y'all want. Like if someone donates some bits, I'll switch to something else. But until then, we are reading this shit and you're gonna suffer and you're gonna like it, okay? Law and Order SBS my favorite. Oh fuck, that's funny. Oh my god. Fuck. Don't make me COVID laugh. Okay, I'm gonna have some more water and then I'll keep reading. Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. "You ludicrous fools," he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. We went back to the castle. Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest. He yelled in a furious voice. "Why would you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces?" asked Professor McGonagall. "How dare you?" demanded Professor Snape. And then Drake shrieked, "Because I love her." Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, "Fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms." Yeah, please don't. It's up to us to save. Oh my god, just if you donate me like $5 in bits, then I'll stop and switch to something else. I'll read like fucking Shakespeare or something, like. Never. Well then, enjoy the suffering games. I can also turn off my ad things. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, "Fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms." Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glanced at us. "Are you okay, Uppany?" Draco asked me gently. "Yeah, I guess." I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom, and he started to sing "I Just Want to Live" by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room. I know it is cute. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end, and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. "Bastard," I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a goth boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face and when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I'd never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black card with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writings, were the words, "Vampire." I was so angry. "You bastard," I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. "No, you fucking don't," I shouted. "You probably have AIDS anyways." I put on my clothes and all awfully, and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. "Vampire Potter, you motherfucker," I yelled. Oh, I'm doing this like the entire stream. Chapter 8. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. "Ebony, it's not what you think," Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understandably. She flipped her long waistlet Gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin and she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger, since she has converted to Satanism she has converted to Satanism. She is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. "What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?" Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. "Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco," I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I'd went out with Vampire. I'm bi and so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked, Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through some horrible problems, and now he was Gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. "But I'm not going out with Draco anymore," said Vampire. "Yeah, fucking right, fuck off, you bastard," I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I'd lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. This is not making me want to volcano, but it's making me feel like a cool buggy. I can't wait to get to the sounding chapter. And no way, microphone! My headphones. I fucked up. I was about to go to side. No, my headphones. Where's my headphone cord? No, my headphones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I fucked up. My poor headphones. I'm gonna have some whispering and flashbacks of the stream. I'm so sorry. I thought my microphone unplugged, but it was my headphones. I'm so sorry. I'm not cut over ASMR. I'm sorry. Okay, I should be good now. I'm so sorry, headphone users. Why do y'all put up with me? Anyways. No, you're not. We'll see. Chapter 9. Also, just a heads up, I'm skipping the author's notes and they're the best shit. So appreciate me, you fuckers. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't Gothic. It was Voldemort. "No," I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted imperious, and I couldn't run away. "Crookshanks," I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom, and started to scream. I feel bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. "Ebony," he yelled, "thou must kill Vampire Potter." I thought about Vampire, and his sexy eyes, and his gothic black hair, and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him, and they broke up? "Now, Voldemort," I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. "No, please," I begged. Okay, guys. Okay. I'll have like one more big sip and then I'm gonna continue, okay? Like, just let me have my fun. You don't have to be here. Like, y'all don't have to be here. Y'all are willingly participating in this because y'all are masochists. How dare you ignore me? I am not a monkey. I will refund those. Chapter 10. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset. Went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I'm the lead singer in it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hargrid. Only today Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I know Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that, or a steak. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs, and tiny matching mini skirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. Oh, fuck. Okay, let me redeem. How long do you want the fucking ad? I'll do a minute. Jeez, fuck, this is all, like, call me Ishmael. Call me Ishmael. I actually have never read Moby Dick. I didn't have to read it, so thank fuck for that. Thanks for the stretch. Okay. Y'all are here as willing participants. Tofu, I already redeemed an ad. How many more ads do you want to redeem? Okay. Fuck's sakes. I'm playing another ad. Also, like, okay, Tofu, question. You're subscribed to me. So, you're still listening in. You're still listening into this shit. Also, the thing is, like, y'all can willingly leave. Here I was waiting for the ad. Technically, only Clea's suffering the ad's rip. And I think Garnet too. I don't know. But yeah, y'all are willing participants, so... Okay. Leaving is for cowards. Okay. If y'all can make it to the end, then congratulations, you win the gauntlet. Still a bit too low. What do you mean still a bit too low? Fuck off. Thanks for the stream. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra, he yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." "What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student." "I may be a Hogwarts student." Hagrid paused angrily, "but I am also a Satanist." "This cannot be," Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped out from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. "There must be other factors." "You don't have any," I yelled in madly. Lupin held his camera triumphantly. Triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. "Why are you doing this?" Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hand on his cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy, or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then he swooped, and sang to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. "Because you're gothic?" Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. "Because I love her." Chapter 12. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew it was that we must both go together. No, I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream. "OMFG, no, my scar hurts." And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. "How did you know?" "I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt." "No." I ran up closer. "I thought you didn't have a scar anymore," I shouted. "I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always covered it up with foundation," he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Saved me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort as in bondage. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to say mangoes after they recovered, because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with a lot of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the video camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. "Enobi, I need to tell you something," he said in a serious voice, giving me the roses. "Fuck off," I told him. "You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like you, and I don't like fucked up preps like you," I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. "No, Enobi," Hagrid said. "Those are not roses." "What? Are they goths to you bros or prep?" I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. "I saved your life," he yelled angrily. "No, you didn't," I replied. "You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton P video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated to it," he added silently. "Whatever," I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. "These aren't roses." He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, "Well, if you wanted honestly, that's all you had to say." "That's not a spell, that's an MCR song," I corrected him wisely. "I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords." Then he screamed, "Patulus Marengo mi cremilsili romasio imo noto okayo." Imo noto okayo. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. "Okay, I believe you. Now WTF is Draco." Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. "You see, Enobi," Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. "To see what is the flames You must find yourself first, okay? I have found myself, okay, you mean old man. Hairgrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hairgrid stormed off back to his bed. You're a liar, Professor. Prof Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joel Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Thanks, you do too. I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the air of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from Hufflepuff. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in a weakly said way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Stop it now, you horny simpletons, shouted Professor McGoogle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker, I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I love Draco, I shouted, and then ran away angrily. Just then, he started to scream, OMFG, no, my scar hurts. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. Now, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diabolo changed it to a pentagram for me and I always covered it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurts, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has in bondage. Welcome, Kim. Welcome to the ASMR stream of reading My Immortal. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll probably read some like nicer stuff after these, but I just fucking love My Immortal. It's the best fanfic. Anyways. Let's have some water. Chapter 13. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scarred. Dumbledore, we both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't, we need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco, not after how much he misbehaved in my school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I have an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, Ala Kedavra. It was Voldemort. Chapter 14 has a content warning of this chapter being extremely scray, so voyeur discretion is advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Read my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He then suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Dot. so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard Joel, Chester Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle finger that we're covered in black nail polish and we're entwined with Dracos now. And them, I love you, I said. And then we started to kiss like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. Is it... Chapter 17 is my favorite, so it's after Chapter 16, okay. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Jeezy had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Elena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew now that we were true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ribbed fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask, so that the others, we gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. WTF Draco, I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR, and you know how much I like them. What, cause we, he gadgeted uncomfortably, cause guys don't like to talk about you know what. It is my immortal. I'm reading my immortal. Yeah, cause we know. I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. OMFG WTF, are you giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No, he muttered yet loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Anobi, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattered because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, I guess I will have to, he said, and then we Frenched for a while and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl, he said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese? BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We wished some gothic moves like The Nightmare Before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii. Bloody Mary shook her head lethargically. Oh, yeah. Oh, I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her. And Dan Lupin did it with her, because she's a It is ASMR reading time. We're reading My Immortal. Okay, guys. Chapter 17 is my fucking favorite chapter, okay? So you'll better appreciate this. I'm getting comfy again. Okay. Chapter 17 is my absolute favorite, so let's enjoy it, okay? Chapter 17. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid, I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, cause Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought they were OT too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from Del Warped Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel, but it turned out he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Get it? Cause we were gothic. That his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Elena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and death dealers. You moronic idiots, he shooted angstily. And Nobi, I told you to kill a vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Chapter 18. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before Draco and I rented back to the skull, Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We were back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you would see there was pink paint underneath the black paint. And there were posters of Someone else was with him too. For a second I wanted to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are? I gasped. No, I just thought that there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Oh my god, there's still so many chapters. Chapter 20 out of 44. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I bought on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and a black gothic combat boots. MCR were going to do the concert again since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slipped my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fing You for Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly, I hoped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore told us to all be careful around him and snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fucker, he said, going away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Apparently, Jesus fuck. Shit, where was I? Then I gasped. Snack and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it, but both of them were fucking preps. BTW Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. What the fuck, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sarcastically. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to a Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire, looking extremely fucking hot. WTF, where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come with me to the concert? Then, he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He had his dogfather Sirius Black had given to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing into the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Elena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in the corner. Chapter 21. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Enobi, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive guys. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invisibility coat Flinch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because now we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess so. I guess though. Draco wept. We met back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid on the Gothic Red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. Chapter 22. Are you guys actually enjoying this or no? I did this for the shits and giggles. I legit did this for shits and giggles. I can find something else if y'all want. I was just being an asshole. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I'm enjoying what's happening. Having the time of my life. More than Okay, I'm glad. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Chapter 22. All day everyone was talking about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black, lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Dracula, Draco, Dracula, and Widow. I opened my crimson eyes. I was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all of her clearage, with a white apron that said "bish" and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who was Jenny, was there too. She was wearing a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it, and a lace top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab, and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuck before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Satanism. OMFG, I yelled as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? Anobi, something is really fucked up, Draco said. This fucking fanfic, I shouted angrily. Okay, but I need to put on my fucking clothes first, I shouted angrily. It's alright, we have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Alright, I said smiling, but you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I had just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We went outside to the Great Owl and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we all put up our middle finger at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Park Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You're not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You're too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort would kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We cannot close this school. There's only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in this school. And her name is Enoni, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. Chapter 23. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledore and Rumbridge sawed me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. They started to fight and beat each other up. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking perp, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort. A Bobby and Bonnie. Darth Fowler said evilly in his raspy voice, "Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou and shall kill Vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please," I begged. "No," he laughed crudely. "Kill him or I shall kill him anyway." Then he flew away cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to comfort me. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash, and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. "No," I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, are you alright?" I asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. "Everything's alright, Ebony," said Vampire, all sensitive. "No, it's not," I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. "OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in Del Ring 2? "It's okay, girl," said Bloody Mary. "Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though." "Okay, bish," I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. Well, we had divination next, so I got to ask Professor Triflery about the visions. "Konnichiwa, everyone. Come in," said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smiled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long gothic black ripped dress. She went inside to the black classroom with pastors of the Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. "What is it, Ebony?" she asked. "Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic?" "Yeah," I answered. All the preps who didn't know that HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. "Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do?" "Oh, about now," she asked. "Okay," I said. "Okay, class fucking dismissed everyone," Professor Triflery said, and she let everyone go. "Except for you, Brittany." She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. "Please do exercise 1 on page 3. "Okay, I'm having a lot of visions," I said in a worried voice. "I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die?" Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked at it. "What do you see?" she asked. I said, "I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram." Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. "Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt," said Professor Sinister. "Bye, bitch," I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together and I was so excited. Chapter 25. I was so excited. I fell out to Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside and then we went into Draco's black car. "Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Triflery say?" whispered Draco, potting his gothic wet hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. I grumbled in a sexy voice. my tool sexily. OMFG, Draco, Draco. I screamed, having an orgasm. We started Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream, and a black guy was shooting 2 gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us, they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No, oh my fucking god, I shouted in a scarred voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lincoln Park mobile. But the worst thing was the people who were shot in the dream were Lucian and Sirius. Da da da. I'm just adjusting because I need to get comfy again. This is so stupid. Chapter 26. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather jacket, black leather pants, and a good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire and Dads have been shot, Draco said. Well, we wiped some tears from his white face. And Obi had a vision and a dream. Dumbledore started to cockle. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? I glanced at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. You know very well I'm not decisional. I'll get some fucking people out there looking for Sirius and Lucian. Porto. Okay, he said in an imitated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, long dawn, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few minutes, he came back and said people were going out to look for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office, while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, depressed eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on the stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. 1.5 hours later, I have integrated myself among the natives of this strange land. They are still reading weird vampire smut originating from something called a blog. I'm now too deep to leave no one right again soon. Oh my god. Oh fuck, some of the chapters also have like titles. Fuck, I've been a bad reader, I'm sorry. I've been really bad at reading, I'm sorry guys. Okay, chapter 27. Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. Then I started to give them medicine. Come on, Enobi, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and a fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you, the fucking perdition. I looked at Lucian, Serfs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smiled happily and went into a dark room. They changed. Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see track times are near. She said badly. She peered into the balls. You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts, before he became powerful, he got his heart broken. Now, do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did touch sin. I went outside again sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness Willow and Bloody Mary. Boldy Mary. Boldy Mary. Not even Bloody Mary, she fucked up. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Weasley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility coat with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. This is a lot. Chapter 28. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCRGC and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down in one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. "Are you okay?" Vampire asked, potting his alabaster hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. "Yeah, I guess," I said sadly. Draco also pawed his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to store Voldemort. I have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. "It's okay, Oboe," he said finally. "But what about me? You're not going to brack up or anything, are you?" "Of course not," I gasped. "Really?" he asked. "Sure," I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then, I took off Draco's MCR shift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Inobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I said it was okay before. I took off my clothes. Then we were in for the ride of our life. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it. "I love you, Abobi. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you," he screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, "What the fuck are you doing?" It was Snop and Professor McGoogle. Chapter 29. "Oh my Satan," we screamed as we jammed out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGoogle now started to shoot at us angrily. "Come now," Preacher McGoogle yielded. We did guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop carved the caramel and put it in his pocket. "Hey, what the fuck?" Vampire shooted angrily. "Yeah, Bustard, what the fuck are you gonna do with this fucking camera?" Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longingly with his gothic eyes. "Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mango's, so give back the camera." The Ministry of Magic thinks he is crazy. There's no way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meaningly. "Yeah, so shut your mouth, you insolent fools," yelled Professor McGoogle. She made us come in a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and seductive. I started to cry tears of blood. Vampire took out his black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then, he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got each other yet. I took out my wand. "Grocio," I shouted. Snap started to scram. He dropped the gun. But it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballots. I stopped to curse. Professor McGoogle did a spill so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, "Okay, Severus, I'm going to go now." She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. "It's okay, Inobi," said Draco. "Every green will be alright. Remember the video you took of Snake?" Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. Yeah, that's what happened. At least the chapters are short. we screwed. And the time I did it with Draco, and Dumbledore came, and then at the time where Draco almost committed suicide, and Vampire was so supportive. Snape laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapitation dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I had an idea. I closed my eyes and, using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. Dumbledore will get you, Draco shouted. Yeah, just wait until dumb mystery find out, Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous Donderhead, Snoop yelled. He took off all of Draco's clothes, just as he was about to rape him. Crucio, I shitted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my Blackmobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. You Dunderhead, I'm going to kill, shouted Snap. But suddenly Severus came. Snake put the whip back behind his back. Oh hey Sev, I was just teaching them something, he lied. But suddenly, Lucian and Professor Trelawney came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then suddenly Professor Trelawney said, come on up, Bunny, let's go. What's this? Chapter 31. I always knew you were Voldemort's side, you son of a Bidka, Sirius said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something, Snap claimed. Oh, fucking yeah. I took some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Severus. He made Snape drink it. He did it angrily. Then Lucius came out, took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucian made us get out with him while Snape told his secrets. Lucian told Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me a million times. Professor Trelawney took me to a dark room. Now I was going to go back in time to seduce Voldemort. Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Trelawney. You will see, she said. I opened 3 bags, and it was a sexy, tight, low-cut, low-smut, black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff, and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow at Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Thanks, I said. Okay, now you're going to go back in Tim, said Professor Sinister. You will have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a black gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets like in Red is Not Evil. Then she gave me a black time tuner. After an hour, I used a time to horn her to go back here, Professor Trelawney said. Then she and Bloody Mary put a pensive in front of me. Everyone went in front of me. Good luck, everyone shooted. Darkness and Willow gave me Death's Touch Sin. Then I jumped sexily into the pensive. Suddenly, I was in front of the school. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I had ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kind of like Mikey White, only black. He had green eyes like Billy Joel Armstrong and pale white skin. He was wearing a black ripped up suit with Vans. It was Tom Bombadil. Chapter 32. Hi, I said flirtily. I'm Ebony Way, the new student. I shook my pale hands with their black nail polish with him. The name's Tom, he said, but you can call me Satan. That's my name. We shook hands. Well, come on, we have to go upstairs, Satan said. I followed him. Hey Satan, do you happen to be a fan of Green Day? Since MCR and Evanescence don't exist yet, then I asked. Oh my fucking god, how did you know? Satan gasped. Actually, I like GC a lot too. OMG, me too, I replied happily. Guess what they have? Concert in Oxmont, Satan whispered. confusedly. No, it's called Hot Issue. He smiled scriptly again. Then in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic. He moaned. Oh. Now everything was making sense to me. So, Dumbledore. Oh, ad break. We're fucking snoozing that shit. So Dumbledore is your principal, I shouted. He looked at me. He looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. OMFG, me too, I shrieked. You go to this school? He asked. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm new. I smelled happily. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started treading at us angrily. No talking in the halls. He had short blonde hair and was wearing a polo shirt from American Ogle Outfitters. Stupid goths. Satan rolled his eyes. He's so mean to us goths and punks just because we're in Slytherin and we're not preps. I turned around angrily. Actually, I think maybe it's because you're the Bark Lord. WTF, he asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. This Sunderland. The floor opened. OMFG, no, I screamed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked as I fell. I got out of the hole, and I was back in the pensive in front of Trelawney's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I met you, I said. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, WTF, Inobi, what the hell are you doing? I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. WTH, how? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second. But she a goth, so it okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort serum. She started to cry black tears of depression. Dumbledore didn't know about them. Hey, are you crying tears of blood? He asked curiously, touching a tear. Fuck off, we both said, and Dumbledore took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limp in tears. OMFG Inobi, I think I'm addicted to Voldemort serum. This is so dumb. This is so fucking dumb. Chapter 33. Oh my fucking god, I shooted sadly. Should we get you to St. Manga's, bitch? Hell no, she said. Listen, Ugogi, I need your help. Next time you go back in Tim, do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He was wearing a big black GC t-shirt, which was his bananas. Hey, sexy, I said. How'd it go, Inobi? He asked, and his voice was so sexy and low, kind of like Gerard Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We started to go back into the dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealously. Not too far, LOL, I borked. Well, you have to do it with him, Draco asked angstily. I hope not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shooting at him. I said sorry. We Frenched. What happened to Snipe? I growled. You will see, Draco giggled mischievously. He opened a door. Snap and Lumpkin were there. Sirius was poking them by stabbing them with a blank knife. No, please, Lumpkin begged as Sirius started to suck his blood. I laughed statistically. I took some photons of him and Snap being torqued. We took some of Snipe's blood, then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my gothic blank coffin. My clothes were kind of gritty, so I put on a black leather outfit, finky, kinda like the one Solon has in Underworld. I put on some black platform high heels. Darko put on Dissolution Livers by MCR. Then we started to take off each other's clothes. I took off his shirt and we had a six-pack lols. We started to mag out like in The Grudge. He put his wetness in my you-know-what sexily. I got an orgy. Oh, Draco, oh my fucking god, Draco. I screamed passively as he got irritation. I love you, Debori, he whispered sexily, and then we fell asleep. Lol. Chapter 34. I woke up in the coffin. Next day. I love you, kitchen gun. I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on a black tight sexa dress that was all ripped at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. There was a slit in the dress, like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I put on ripped black fishnets and black Celadon boots. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I opened it. Hi, Uponi, he said. Get what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco, or maybe a lesson to MCR or Evanescence. I came anyway. So what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sorius flirtily. I fucking tortured them. He answered in a statistic way. They're in Asgard. Cousin? Lol. I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampira? I muttered. They are excused from school today. Sodomized moaned sexily. Right now they are watching The Nightmare Before Xmas. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic black dress that was all ripped all over it, kind of like one of Emily wears in this pic. And then the author freaking linked a pic. She was wearing some Volsymort serum. She took out the pensive and the time turner. Enobi, you will have to do another session now. Also, I need you to get me the cure for being addicted, she said sadly. Good luck, Fangs. And then I jumped into the Prinziv again. Suddenly, I looked around. I was in the Great Hall eating Count Chorkula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall gothic man with long black hair, pale skin, and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He just looked like Geraldine Manson. I noticed he was drinking a portent. Who he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Slutborn, Satan said. He's the portent's teacher. Ebony? Yeah, I asked. Did you know that Marilyn Manson is playing in Hogsmeade tonight? And they are showing The Exorcist at the movies before that? Yeah. Well, want to go with the contour in the movie with me? Chapter 35. I went into the common room thinking of Satan. Suddenly, I gasped. Draco was there. I grasped. He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants and black Lunken Brack t-shirt and black eyeliner. Draco, what the fuck are you doing? I gasped. Huh? He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucien. He still had 2 arms. Oh, hi, Lucien, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student. Lol, we shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you, Lucien said. He pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys. They were sitting in a corner, cutting. It was serious. Vampire's dad and Snap. All of them were wearing black eyeliner and black Good Charlotte band t-shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys, he said. We're playing tonight at the Marilyn Manson show as backup. Oh, really? I asked. Yeah, he said. We're called X Black X Tier X. I play the gutter. Spartacus plays the drums, he said, pointing to him. Snap plays the bass, and James plays the guitar too, even though we call him Samaro after Samaro in the ring. Hey bastards, I told him they gave me Death Touch Sin. Suddenly I gasped. But you don't have a lead singer? I asked. Lucien looked down, Dawn, sadly. We used to, but she did. She contemplated suicide by slitting her wrists. Oh my fucking god, that's so sad, I gasped. It's okay, but we need a new lead singer. Sninger. Need a new singer. Bang, bang, bang. Samaro said, well, I'm in a Nad myself. Really? Asked Snap. I couldn't believe it. He used to be Gothic. Yeah, we were called Bloody Gothic Rose 666. You wanna hear me sing? Yeah, said everyone. So the guys took out their guitars. They began to pay a song by Gurnday. I swear I'm having a seizure trying to read this. And no pee. Will you join the band, please? Began Lucian, Samaro, Sirius, and Snap. Okay. I shrugged. Are we going to play tonight? Yeah, they said. Okay, I said. But I knew that I had to get a new outfit. I walked outside wondering how I could go for it in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Morty McFly. He was wearing a black banana t-shirt and black baggy jeans. What the hell are you doing here? I asked. I will help you go forward in time, Inobi. He said seriously then. He took out a black tin machine I went into, and suddenly I was forward in time. Oh, I freaking love Internet Historian's rendition of this. Internet Historian, and there's one guy that reads just chapter 17 that's absolutely hilarious. What the hell's this post phase? Okay, so chapter 36 to 44 is the last of it. We're on the home stretch, fam. Chapter 36. Actually, a lot of people say this might not be... It doesn't seem like the same writing style between like chapter 36 and 44. It's not the same writing style. So I don't think I'll read this because I don't think it is a continuation. Yeah, I don't think this is canon to My Immortal, the 36 to 44. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna end My Immortal at chapter 35 because it seems like that's the natural conclusion to the actual story. Yeah. Did y'all like it? Did y'all like the beautiful, beautiful story of My Immortal, a dramatic reading? I freaking love My Immortal. It's one of my favorites. I'm trying to find some other stuff to read while wrapping it up. If anyone has any recommendations of what they want me to ASMR read, that's probably a bit shorter. I could do that. I got some Shakespeare sonnets I could do. But yeah, that's all I had planned really. I was just being a shit and reading My Immortal. Cause I can. Cause I think this shit's stupid and hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I find My Immortal like really much the same way. The touching and kinetic stuff either do nothing or make me uncomfy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, sometimes I find ASMR a little uncomfy, right? That's why I like things where it's like, if someone's like reading me a story kind of thing, like I freaking love being read to, like bedtime story kind of things. But I also prefer like more masculine voices to read to me, if that makes sense. Like my voice is kind of like on the higher end, right? So, like, I don't know. And also, like, I'm someone that's like, oh yeah, I like, you know, books and reading and stuff, but I'm not much of like a, oh hey, like, come rest on my lap while I play with your hair kind of thing, right? I don't know. I also don't know how to do that in ASMR, right? So, I don't know how to do ASMR shit. So, anyways, I got a Shakespeare sonnet that I really like. So I'll probably end it with that, because my throat is killing me. So, yeah, thank y'all for coming again. I really appreciate it. After I finish my Shakespeare sonnet, I am going to end the stream. Maybe alternate between normal reading and ASMR depending on the story. True. I could always do that. Because I also got some, like, Japanese books and stuff, right? But the thing is, I also need to check, like, legality on certain books, right? Like, I don't know if I can read, like, certain books because of, copyright, right? Just in case, y'all can check me out on Discord and Twitter. That's where I post my most stuff. So, I don't know if I'll do this again, we'll see. It depends on if, like, y'all liked it enough or not, right? Like, I enjoy doing it, but, like, I think also at the same time, I'm just one of those people that are, like, I don't know, a bit nervous about it, right? It's just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, right? So, but yeah, I think I'll, end it on a sonnet, because I really like Shakespeare, and I think people need to appreciate more Shakespeare. And then call it. That sound good? If not, too bad. Okay. So this is sonnet 18 in Shakespeare's catalog. I don't know how many he's done, but I don't know. I really like it. So, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all not too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye for heaven shines, and often in his cold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death break thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe, or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. Thank y'all for coming. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I will be back on Wednesday with some stuff, okay? I'm sorry about the scuff at the beginning. But yeah, hopefully that won't happen again. Take care, take it easy. Thank you for coming, I really appreciate it. Hopefully it was comfy and cozy. I know it was unhinged at times, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. So I had some fun with it. I had fun trolling with my immortals. So anyways, please take care, please stay safe, and I will see you when I see you next, okay? Bye everyone, and take it easy. Have a good sleep, okay? Bye bye. Panotsu. Good night. Good night, good night. Have sweet dreams, everyone.